Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com bringing you the RC news of the week. That's radio control. To those that don't know, I take all the news that I can and wad it up on one big snowball and throw it. And it's going out in this YouTube channel. Everything we're about to talk to will be in the description below. Don't worry about anything. Watch the show, drink a little coffee, find out what's happening in the world of radio control, and you can go check it out later. Buy anything you want. I do this all the time. What else? We're going to go over the topics. I was on the phone with Hobby King, who's got a Black EDF jet that they have brought out for Black Friday, limited quantities. We have a flight video on the CNHL Tucano. CNHL is our RC News sponsor, so big thanks to them. There'll be a link below. You can go check out all their cool lipos, and now their cool Tucano. Also, Legend Hobby reached out and said, we have this ugly fish we want you to look at. I don't know if ugly is the right word. It is in the story, though, but we'll go take a look at it. It's pretty dang tough. I was on the phone with Clay from Buddy RC this week, and he has some transmitters to talk about. We have some AMA people to feature, as well as big news about RC Group's shirt stickers, Flying Giant shirt stickers. I got on the phone with B&E after reading a thread about people wanting to wear shirts and put stickers on things, and I said, B&E, we should get together and do this, and we have. We'll go take a look at that. We're going to get in depth in this long form video, but I will also have a short form that I'll be throwing out there, and there's more news than that, so I'll quit talking. We'll go straight into the website and go take a look. Let's get everything just right once again. What are we going to look at first? Let's talk about Mike Mayberry. Mike Mayberry, I say it all the time, he is an icon in the hobby. Everyone that has dealt with servos probably has heard of Mike, or like me, spoken to Mike on the phone. In this video, Mike will be talking about servos, what you need, what you don't need, why you need what. And we have a whole video here, so I'll show you how this is going to work. We go through here, and then we click on the full feature article that goes over everything, including Mike, and then we have a link back to what Mike is talking about, so you can check that out. So hey to Mike and everyone at Hitec, hey to Suzanne, and we are now moving on to the Legend Hobby. Reached out and said that they have a new airplane. Let's just fish details. That's something I probably have never typed on the site before. Legend Hobby proudly presents the Angry Fish, the all-new Seagull model, giant scale 30%, Sukhoi Su-31. This is in pre-orders right now. The container ships from the factory December 25th. When it comes to big airplanes like this, of this magnitude, it seems that jumping in on pre-orders is the way you have to do it to get it, because they come and they go. They're in and they're out. This thing has an 89-inch wingspan. It's bigger than your typical 25 to 30 cc plane. So here are some photos to illustrate not only how big it is, but how cool it is. I also asked about motors, and so I have a section down here. Let's go find it. These are the motors suggested by the owner of the company, and this is the Stinger 70cc with a link directly to it, and the EME 70 Twin. So go check it out. We have all the information, all the specs, all the details. If you see it and you love it, then you better go get it. Speaking of you better go get it, I received this email about 3 a.m. in the morning from the owner of Hobby King, and he said, Jim, I want everyone to know about this. They have, I haven't looked since I started cutting the video, but these were in stock. They're limited quantity. When they're gone, they're gone. It is a Black Friday Black Edition of the Viper 64 EDF. So there it is. Do you think it's cool? I sure think it's cool. If you think it's cool, you better go over to the Hobby King site and grab it while you can. I have more specs and information here for you if you're on the fence of what you may or may not need. I'm sure you've got some Zap glue in your toolbox somewhere. Mike, for the owner of Robart and Zap, sits down with me and we go over using thin CA and balsa wood, which seems so simplistic, but I have glued many things together. My fingers, my hand to a table. I got a glob of CA in my eye. I do have a video on what to do if you get CA in your eye, and I can tell you what to do. Do nothing. Don't try to get it out. your tears will wash the CA residue off your eyeball. So just remain calm. Don't go crazy. But that's not what this video is about. This is about CA and balsa, and Mike and I go into depth, and we could watch. Let's just take a look. Why are we rushing? This is not the short. Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com, back with Mike from Zap Glue. What's going on, Mike?
Hey Jim, how are you?
So we're talking about my favorite glue of all time, although you need to be a careful person when handling what we're about to discuss.
Thin CA, the Zap CA, the pink label. You know, we've got some building season, you got some colder weather coming right around the corner. You need to get some thin CA if you're going to be working.
So here's what we're going to talk about here. How to use it, how to store it, why you need to use tips, and I believe we talk about burping the bottle, which I've turned into a short, and everybody loved that video. Maybe it was just the word burp. I don't know. But I was also at someone's house, and they brought out the CA, and they're like, man, the tip on my bottle is always clogged up. And I said, I'm going to send you a video about burping the bottle. Super Tucano, 1600 millimeter, bigger than you think. In fact, in the video, we'll have a reference photo. We have reference photos here. I do love a toothy grin. Jason did that on his own. I didn't even ask. So here's some photos of it at the field that I shot with my trusty camera. It's gone all over the world with me. But let's just get on to the video and do that. So here we go.
All right, we're at the field here with the Dyna Tucano. Retracts, flaps, full house, the works. We're running on a 4S battery right now. It's going to be the first maiden test flight here, so let's see how it goes.
What a beautiful day it was.
Going to go half flaps, throttle cut off. Wind's a little bit crosswind right now. Make sure she taxis straight. It sure does look good, and the props are painted with yellow tips, and with this sun angle right now, it is super visible and really cool. I'm gonna do a little bit of trimming here on that, a little bit of left rudder, and I think we're gonna take off.
This is the maiden. I'm sure
right to left here. All right, here we go.
That camera work. Wobbly.
Retract's coming up. Does have gear doors for the nose gear. There we go. Everything is fully up. Okay, let's see about trim. Looks like we need a little bit of up. Give it a few clicks here and there. A little bit of left aileron. And that was basically it.
I'm going to stop us there so that we don't watch the whole thing. You can go to the feature article, read more about it, look at the photos, and follow the link. I know they are super excited about this airplane, and we were super excited to release it. So let's go back. And that is not what I meant to do. Going down to Buddy RC. This is Clay from Buddy RC. And this is a TX15 deep dive. We could take a quick look at that. Someone's working on these thumbnails very nicely. Good job, y'all.
Hey guys, welcome back to Buddy RC. My name is Clay, and today we're going to be talking about the TX15. So as you guys know, I run all RadioMaster stuff on all my helicopters and planes, and I absolutely love it. So they just came out with this TX15. I'm a little late to the game, so we're not going to do like an in-depth review of it. We're going to talk about the differences in the Max versus the regular colored version.
I'm going to stop right there because evidently I don't want to give it all away, but you can go here. I've got links to everything. Look at that beautiful TX15. Very cool. Hey, Clay, good talking to you this week. Hopefully we'll talk some more. We're going to be doing more stories about Buddy RC products and work more closely on things. Kedy Studio, what's going on, you might ask? I reached out to this company because the 3D printing section of our site is going bananas. while I never see 3D taking the hobby over, it is a very interesting new part of the hobby. If I'm not wrong, in fact, I'm not going to say it in case I am. Let's go in this thread. So Kedy creates 3D designs that you can print and then you can fly. And here's the website with some of the files. So basically you buy an STL package and I guess upload it to your 3D printer, which I'm due for a new one. I was into this a long time ago when everything started, but I don't have anything new lately for 3D printing. I know that Windcatcher is making lightweight filament for planes, so you can print the plane and get lighter weight from it. So there's all kinds of innovations coming in the world of 3D printing and the hobby. Who's that guy? And so Kedy wants you to know about the stuff they have. Do I have a link? Where's my link at? Let's go over to their site real quick, just so you can get it, wrap your head around what's going on here. 3D printing makes everything possible. And here are some of the planes you can print. And then they have, interesting, more stuff. And then they have products that you can shop and all the other cool accessories and things like that. I wonder what they have in accessories. Let's go take a look. So here we go, a PLT 37, an SSN 7, $50, $68. So what you're paying for is a downloadable file that you can then take and turn into a real RC airplane. Very cool. And then load with your stuff. I have something coming up on an RC boat. We'll talk about that then. Jason is really into something. Meps King, I was talking to Meps King. My mother asked me, I spent the week with my mom last week. She turned 92. It was her birthday. So I thought I'm going to go to Texas and sit down with my mother for 9 days in a row and just hang out. And we did. And she said, what do you actually do for a living? And so I talk to companies. I find out what's going on. I create articles, work on the site, talk to users. And I'm always bird dogging what's coming around the corner for the hobby. And so Meps, this is part of my job. I was talking to Meps King, and we were talking about their motors, what people could use them for. We're talking about what they had coming out new, and this was part of the conversation. And I thought, you know what, that would be a great feature article. And so there's 5 kV options from 1500 to 2550, built for 5-inch FPV drones running 4S to 6S power. There are people that are really into motors. They know everything about certain motors, and it is their life. I've seen it. They're ESC specialists. They're lithium polymer specialists on this site. RC Group's users know their stuff. They live by it. So what I'm trying to do here is provide all the information I can on these Meps King motors, so you can be well informed and know what you can get, know what they're providing, and it's a lot of intel to provide. So here it is all at your fingertips with a link back to their site where there's even more information, because it was just too much to put in one feature article. Hey to everyone at Meps King, thank you for supporting the hobby and supporting the site. And that goes for all our advertisers and companies in the hobby. This is cool. B&E been making all kinds of stuff for years for the hobby. And I wrote an email that said, I have an idea, please call me. And so you're looking at it. It's RC Group stickers, RC Group shirts, as well as I have a separate article on Flying Giants for Flying Giants. So, but I believe everything lives on the same page here on B&E. So here's the Flying Giants stickers, the shirts, and then here's a cool Flying Giants t-shirt. Let's see if I can make that bigger. Well, that's as big as it goes. But all kinds of cool stuff that you can get at B&E, officially sanctioned by RC Groups and me. We talked to each other about the files and what the shirts would look like and all that good stuff. So now you can let, as I used to say in the oldest of days, your freak flag fly. Let everyone know where you hang out. You know, in the modern day age of social media and all the options you have, which for me, it's too many options. It's like 7 monitors around me that I must pay attention to and negotiate with, talk to, and provide information to. The thing about a forum is that all that information lives in one place. It's always there. It's there today, and it was there in 1996, some of it. Some things have one post and one view today, and some things have 8 million views. And everything lives in one place. Everything's searchable in one place. And that is the beauty of RC groups. How did I even get on this topic? I don't know. Let's get back to the RC News long form. See what else. The AMA is taking flight. This is their Taking Flight initiative aimed at growing the hobby through structured outreach and education programs. That is what it's all about. We have to think about this hobby well after we're around and think about the youth and why flying is cool. These days, I think it's harder to get people into flying, but if you stick a transmitter in their hand and an airplane in the sky, that's all it takes. I think they get it. It's daunting, but these days it's less daunting than it's ever been before. The AMA is out there. I know there's always people that have concepts and theories on everything, but the AMA is out there working for us and our hobby and trying to do the best they can. I've had really great friendships with people that ran the AMA and work in the AMA and have been doing all the things that you do in the AMA. I've known so many friends that have supported me in the hobby when I first started all the way until now. So nothing but big thanks and kudos to the AMA from me. All right, this is interesting. Let's go look at the build. Jason is all into building 3D boats. I've been posting. You've been looking at my YouTube channel, and these are linked in the description below in the articles. I'm posting shorts of us going to the river and driving these boats. I was going to say flying, driving these boats down the river. I have my best one saved. I've got to post it in the next week, I guess. It's us with a basher boat jumping rocks in a river just about 2 miles away from my house here. You want to see how it ends, because when he said I'm going to start jumping these rocks, I'm like, this is 3D printed, right? He knew. So this is the 3D printed Echo Dolphin jet boat. And hey, this guy has a video. It'd be cooler if we had a video. Let's just go watch it. Jason has printed it out, and there it is sitting on his table. But let's go see what it looks like.
Welcome back to another video, and today we are going to build this, the world's first 3D printed RC sea breacher, I think they call these. There is a full-size version. This just up and down on a single bar, but you can have this.
I'm going to skip around a little bit. I want you to see what he's talking about with how the propulsion works. It's very interesting.
So what I am going to do, I'm going to run it on separate servos for each one, and they can basically have them doing opposite, like on a plane, and then it will roll in the water. Two options in the kit. It's up to you what you do with. If you do a twin one, you're going to need 2 servos. I'm going to be using these servos here. Put them on for now in place, so I guarantee you won't be in the right place. On to fit in the servos now.
So this is a lot of deep information. Let's go to the end. The jet on these works just like a full-scale jet.
Basically, I messed up a few times, but in the end, I bought this to do. But it's also, you can see that on the front there, up and down.
So that's your jet,
but also
and it's controlled.
And also what I've done a mix in here. They will basically work exactly the same as ailerons would. They're like up, down, roll. Right, I need to get all
I have terrible news. There's no video on this. Here's what we're going to do. There's no video of it in the water. I'm going to get with Jason and find out when he's going to, or if he has taken this out yet. And we're definitely going to get video of this so we can share it with you. And so I guess what I'm saying is stay tuned. Okay, that is all the stories of the week. Let me verify that. That is not true at all. What the heck? Wednesday, WHW. That is our final story. Let's watch a giant helicopter, and maybe I can give some background. I used to go to mini heli events and shoot video, and I have all kinds of concepts on how to do it safely. First of all, this is nuts. Part 2. When a heli's in the air, you better watch out and watch that heli, because the last thing you want is a heli coming after you. Oh, I'm going to keep interrupting it. I was at an event once where they were doing a 3D competition. The heli skims the earth, the weights fly off the blades, and I hear them whistle over my shoulder like 22 bullets and go into the crowd. And they did hit Justin Cheese. I can't even believe it. That name just popped in my head. Justin Cheese dad right in the eye. He put his hand on his eye, and then blood started coming down. And I knew that this was dangerous because I've had helis like crash at my feet, where you're in the camera and then all of a sudden there's a heli at your feet that would have killed you. But when that thing flew over my shoulder and hit Justin Cheese dad, I knew it was dangerous. Let's keep going. Oh, I think they can do better than this. Think of the hours and how smart you'd have to be to make all this A, work, B, learn how to fly it, and C, fly it as close to the ground as possible. All right, let's go back to the moment it hits the ground and not look at the helicopter. Let's look at the people. Because when a heli hits the ground, things are going to be thrown. So let's see who knows what's going to happen and see who doesn't care. Okay, so no, well, that guy's running. The guy in the yellow vest, probably the first, he should be telling people to run. Okay, now we got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys that have decided to hit the road. I got one guy in disgust, another guy who's simply walking away in disgust. Okay, so I love the hands on the head here. That's good. This guy must be the pilot. Well, maybe this guy's the pilot. This guy knows that it's over. It's over. He's given up. It doesn't care. Whoever's flying should be at least trying to control that heli until it stops moving. Let's go back. Let's. Maybe everyone's left the video, but I really think it's important that we go over who is at the helm. I want to see who's in control of this heli. Okay, we have Johnny Orange Shirt. He must not be flying that heli. No, obviously not. He's a jet guy. So the other thing to consider is you have all these jets worth, let's say 8,000 to plus. And then you have this heli that's just like, hey, he could take you out in a heartbeat easy. So then we have this kid who I noticed when I watched it the first time, turns his back on the heli quite a lot. You should never turn your back on somebody doing this stuff. Always keep your eyes open. This is just PTSD for me. Just bad things can happen. I love it. Don't get me wrong. This is awesome. Just be aware of what could happen. Okay, there's the flight line. Safety man. I want to see it go by the people, and then we're going to pick out the pilot. I want to thank CNHL, our new sponsor, and anyone who's still watching. Who is flying? Is that? This must be the spotter, and this must be the pilot. It's got to be. Let's see whose head turns. Well, there's no way to know, I guess. All right, now we're going to go back to the crash. Crash. Now, let's see. I don't know. I can't tell which one's the pilot. I guess the guy with the strap. The other guy, oh yeah, the other guy's not even looking because he's flying something else. Okay, so this is our pilot. Now he is flying the heli. Flying the heli. Okay, this guy's crossed in front of him. So uncool. Yeah, so B pilot has walked right in front of the guy crashing the heli. These guys are fully panicked. And they should be, because things could fly at them in their eyes. I love the hustle, guys. So uncool that guy walked in front of that pilot. He did fly it all the way to the ground. He took care of business. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And now it's over. Okay, we fully dissected that video. That was the RC Group's News of the Week. Once again, everything's down below. Once again, support all the companies that support us and give us things to want and things to fly and, you know, just make the hobby go round. I know how hard it is. I had my company when I tried to build 3D planes. Doing well in this industry is a tricky thing to do. So if they're pulling it off, man, they are smarter than everyone else. Well, they're smart. Let's just put it that way. I'm Jim T. Graham with RC Groups. We've thanked our sponsor. We've thanked everyone in the hobby. And I want to thank you guys for watching our videos. I am working my very best to get our videos and our stories and all our stuff out broader and wider and bigger. Not only for RC Groups, Flying Giants, and Heli Freak, but for the hobby, just to get the hobby stuff out there. So if you can, hit like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all those things, and I'll keep doing everything on this side to bringing you the news, writing features every day, and just shining a light on the hobby. Bye, everyone. I'll put this video up today, and that'll be in the feature. Blah, blah, blah. I'm out of here.